Morning all. I hope everyone's doing well. We're here to talk about Game Week 11. But yeah, I was just sat at my desk waiting to go live. I just thought I'd go live. We'll go through everything I normally do at 10:30. So that'll be 10 minutes. But I just thought, we've got a few people in the chat. I'd go live now and say hello to everyone. So who have we got in the chat? Rith, good to see you. Andy Burton, good to see you, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, leave a like rating on the stream and subscribe to the Golden Goal channel. We're closing in on 20,000 subscribers. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So yeah, I'm very grateful for everyone's support. If you haven't already, I'd appreciate it though if you could leave a like rating and subscribe. Who else have we got? Alex, good to see you, mate. Ekenden, good to see you. Homegrown FPL, Camlev, Global Sports Cards, Andy Burton. QPR at 22, I think 229k overall is pretty respectable, mate. Leap's had a terrible start. Oh, it'll be okay. There's plenty of time to recover it. Game week's going well, mate. Game week is going okay. Barca fan, Christian, Farzid. Barca fans had 15 points with 7 played, 8 to play. Well, you can turn that around. It's really hard to read these usernames out. Now YouTube have changed it, right? So it's not your name, it's your YouTube username that comes up on the chat. I have to try and read out a username, which is a lot more difficult than a name. Cheetos, Larry Jones, Christian Apadelli, 35 or 6 ago, nice one. Ear here. Captain Salah instead of Haaland. I'm nervous. We'll see. Hope so, Andy. We'll talk about the cartel in a second once we get going. I've had enough of Enzo. I tell you what, I watched all the highlights of all the games before going live just to remind myself of what happened. Enzo Fernandez could have had a couple of assists, and he had a decent shot against Johnston. On a different day, he could have maybe come away with an attack in return, but yeah, he has been. Let's be honest, he's been a disappointing signing. I've had him in my team for the last few weeks, and yeah, he's been disappointing. Saka captaincy was elite. Well, we'll see, mate. You've done all right on the Saka captaincy, but you're hedging against Haaland, who hasn't played yet. So I think the conclusion on that we have to wait and see. But you've done okay. I don't know. I don't know if it is something I can change. 36 points locked in from Trinidad. Love to see it. 5 to play and a wild card and free hit still. 21 points on board. João Pedro rewards the feast. Done all right, hasn't he? Right, let's have a gander at my team then. I'll flag it up. There we go. That's how we're getting on. You see that? Should be able to see that. This is Fantasy Football Hub, by the way. There should be a link to Fantasy Football Hub if you want to sign up. See your live rank, etc. in the description. So yeah, 229k overall we are at the moment. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Andy Burton minus 20'd 1 week. That's hard going, mate. Got 45 from my free hit. Interesting that you free hitted this week. I don't know. I don't think this is the week to free hit myself. I'm eyeing up a free hit next week, I've got to say. Yeah, we'll have a free hit video coming out this evening because I don't know about you guys. I look at the fixtures for next week and I think it's a week where you could really use the free hit. Dash Cook Rager got 45. Yeah, nice one. I read that. D-Ban, Hayton, 1.6 million in the bank. Own Gabriel. Should I prioritise bringing in Van Dijk or double up on the Arsenal defence? I tell you what, the Liverpool fixtures coming up are really good. Let's see if we can find a Liverpool player. Oh, there's no Liverpool players. There's a Liverpool player. So once they get this week out of the way, that's their fixtures. So Forest, West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, Brighton, Tottenham, Wolves, Leeds, Fulham, all the way into January. They are good fixtures. I'll talk about my plan with Enzo in a second. Yeah, I think Enzo's passing was pretty good yesterday. I won't lie. He did look pretty good. Arcanos is up to 31k overall. Good work, mate. Would you bring in Salah on wildcard? I'd consider it. Yeah. Arsenal had to concede eventually. Bear with, I'm just going to grab a tissue. I'm getting... Turn the big light on for YouTube, and my instinctive bodily reaction is to want to sneeze, so apologies for that. Which team to target if free hit Gameweek 13? I wouldn't worry about Gameweek 13 just yet, surely. I'm hoping for a Bournemouth/Semenyo fail. Well, we shall see. Semenyo's been a bit disappointing of late, particularly with Mbumo slotting them away. Odan, Captain Gabriel. Yeah. Who'd have thought that score would be 2-2? I don't think anyone could have predicted that. How are you feeling? Is your flu gone? I think so. I don't really know what keeps me sneezing. I think it's just turning my big photography light on every morning. Just makes me want to sneeze. Maybe I should, I don't know, sit in front of it for about 10 minutes before I start so it goes away. Enzo had so many chances. It could well be dust, but I've properly gone top and bottom and cleaned my room yesterday. So yeah. Is Konate an option if I can't afford Van Dijk? I think so. He's not quite as good, but I think you get value for both of them, if that makes sense. Yeah, Sunderland are a big fish at home, as are of course Newcastle as well. Both those northeast teams are pretty good. We can talk about the cartel, actually, before we get going. So, myself and FPL Tom have started the FPL Cartel, which is a members-only area, basically. As part of the FPL Cartel, you get an exclusive weekly podcast, private Discord, so both me and Tom will be in the Discord at all times. And I think your value really comes sort of post-deadline, when we finish deadline streaming. For example, if you go on one of the bigger YouTube channels, you have to usually send a super chat to get yourself some advice on your team. But Tom and I will be in there post deadline to give you some personalised FPL team advice, and we'll do a members only mini league with prizes. And we're offering at the moment a free trial for the first month. So there's a link in the description below. Get a free trial for your first month. After that, yeah, I think I might be allergic to pool water. After that, it's £7.50 per month. But you get your first month free to see if you like it. Yeah, the FPL Cartel. There's a link at the top of the description below if you're interested. We're approaching half past, aren't we? I'll talk through my team in a second. We'll have a keep having a look at the chat a sec. Took a -4 to sell Reinders to Enzo. No doubt, mate. Reinders is scoring against Liverpool now. Not that it was a bad transfer, that's just how FPL plays out sometimes. Do you have the clean sheet odds? I took them away, mate, I think. Yeah, I took them away. Oh dear, there's a... Oh no! Oh god, it's all going wrong. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. The quiz has been given away. Hopefully no one remembers those answers. I was looking at the odds and then I accidentally flashed up some quiz answers. Bollocks. Oh well, you get some freebies if you're in early. We'll do a quiz later on. Sunderland bought the advertising boards. Well, that's it's every advantage at home, isn't it? I remember Stoke used to grow their pitch to the longest possible length you could have in the Premier League, and they cheekily made their pitch smaller as well. So it's just those kind of tactics that work. I mean, I feel like as a football team, you have to make every advantage for yourself, don't you? Right, we're at half past. So the usual routine of these reaction streams, right? I talk through my team. You share with me how you've gotten on and how many, what your current rank is. I talk through my team, tell you how I got on, what my rank is, and how my players have scored. We'll go through all the fixtures, talk about the games that happened yesterday, how players got on, etc., etc., and then we'll do the quiz. How about that? So, here we go. This is my team. So I'm on 25 points so far. I've gained 30,000 in rank. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players play. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to go. So I've got Gahey, Senesi, Semenyo, Mateta, and Haaland, who's my captain, still left to play. So that's not too bad, I don't think. David Raya and Gabriel, unfortunately not keeping a clean sheet against Sunderland. I think leading into this week, they'd only conceded 1 shot on target in their last 4 games, which is just, it's crazy, isn't it, what Sunderland did? But, yeah. What can you say? They're not going to keep a clean sheet every week. There's still the debate going on, I think, of who are the best players in an Arsenal triple up. I'm not sure what my opinion on that is, to be honest. Who are the best players in an Arsenal triple up? I don't know. It changes every week. Yeah, 1 pointers for both of them. Still got Gahey and Senesi to go. Iliman and Jai with a 3-pointer. Everton, I think, watched the game back, they had 4 goals disallowed for offside. Njai had a little flick that would have led to Barry putting the ball in the back of the net, but Barry was offside. So we were an offside away from an assist on Iliman and Njai getting a goal. He's mega still, Iliman and Njai, and I would say he's still my favourite player at that price point. So I'm happy with that. Bruno Fernandes with an assist for the Delict equaliser at the end of the Man United game. We'll take that. I still think, one thing I would say about Man United is their fixtures coming up. We'll go through them again when we talk about them, but honestly, their fixtures coming up are incredible. So they've got Everton, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Wolves, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Wolves, Leeds, Burnley, up until the 7th of January. And I just think Bruno Fernandes is awesome. He can score points through any means, goals, assists, DEFCON, he takes penalties, plays every minute of every game. For me, I still think he's the best Man United asset. You could, of course, have Mbeumo as well, but I still think Bruno Fernandes is my number one. Saka with his goal, bonus points. How did he get 12 then? Did he get DEFCON as well? What happened there? Or did he just get the 9-pointer and 3 bonus? What happened? Oh. Saka with some DEFCON as well. Love to see it. What a friggin' legend. So yeah, Saka with DEFCON, a goal, clean sheet. Oh no, not clean sheet, and bonus. So we'll take that. Semenyo still to play. I'm a little bit worried about Semenyo, you know. But when you look at the fixtures they've got coming up, Villa, well, they're playing Villa this week. West Ham, Sunderland, Everton. They're not too bad, I suppose. Sunderland away is obviously a tough fixture, but I wouldn't say that Bournemouth aren't going to score in that game. So yeah. We're going to stick by Semenyo, but I'm quietly eyeing up Mbeumo if Semenyo continues to perform poorly. I tell you what, I've had enough of looking at Enzo Fernandez in my team, but there's a question of who at that price point is better, and can I possibly bring myself to sell Enzo Fernandez ahead of playing Burnley at home? I don't think I can. I just don't think I can. So I'm going to stick by Enzo Fernandez. We got Mateta and Haaland still to play this week. Sarr may be better, but Enzo's got Burnley next. I can't do it. Gameweek 13, I think I'll probably get rid of him. But and then also Sarr goes off to AFCON, doesn't he? Still got Haaland and Mateta to play. 2 benchers of Dubravka and Anderson. Nothing really too much to talk about there. So yeah, that's the team. That's how we're getting on. I see we've got 150 people in here at the moment. Thank you, everyone, for joining the stream on a Sunday morning. If you haven't already, please leave us a like rating. Let's see if we can do 100 likes by the end of the stream. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Golden Goal channel. I'm trying to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think you might be able to help me by hitting subscribe. And yeah, I think there was a decision for me to make between going for Mark Gahey and Michael Keane in my defence. I went for Gahey, who scored 10 points this last week. Obviously, Michael Keane scored a lot this week, so I'm hoping that Gahey can do something to get me my points. Okay, we'll have a quick look through the games then. So we had Spurs 2, Man United 2. We spoke earlier on about Man United having a really good fixture run coming up. So there, their assets are on the menu again. I definitely wouldn't, and I don't know about you, but I definitely wouldn't go anywhere near the Man United defence. I just wouldn't touch them with a barge pole. But Mbumo and Bruno Fernandes look pretty good. So, sorry, D-Ban, look at Rob T FPL on Twitter, mate. I don't have the data because it's in the past. But yeah, Mbumo and Fernandes look like options, don't they, from Man United? And then Spurs, I don't know about you, they're conceding goals. There's not necessarily a nailed-on player in any position up front for them at the moment. I would not pick a Spurs player. Let me know in the chat if there is a Spurs player you would actually consider going for at the moment. But for me, nah, not Spurs. Yeah, I wouldn't touch Spurs. Everton 2, Fulham 0. Fulham, excuse me. Fulham just looked hopeless from an attacking point of view until Josh King came on. He came on at half time. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Fulham just looked toothless until Josh King came on. And then he started, made it almost an immediate difference. But they were pretty toothless with Fulham. I think Josh King's possibly been their best player this season. Everton, 2 goals came from Michael Keane and Idrissa Gana Gueye. Assist for Dewsbury Hall, who also had a goal ruled out for offside. Inga Boren with an assist as well. A couple of other players had goals ruled out for offside. Tarkovsky and Barry both had goals ruled out for offside. Saves, Pickford got a decent haul, so 7 points for him. Saves, bonus and a clean sheet. Michael Keane, full out on bonus. Defcon went to Dewsbury Hall. Joachim Andersen got Defcon again, obviously. Tete Setillon got it. That's it, really, from that game. Yeah, Joy, I know. All the offsides, mate. It's crazy. He could have come away with a lot more. And I just think he's the boy, isn't he, in Joy? He only got 5 Defcon this game, but I guess the only thing is the fixtures do toughen up, as someone said in the chat, right? You've got Man United away, Newcastle at home, Bournemouth away. 3 relatively tough games, but I wouldn't rule out Njai being able to do something in those games, to be honest. Cheers, Andy. I am sensitive for dust. It's one of those things, isn't it? Need to properly sort something out here. I'm going to open a window. How about that? There we go. So yeah, Everton fixtures toughen up, don't they? But I still think Njai's the boy. Not too much more to say on that game. Wow, I opened the window and instantly I felt better. So yeah, 2-0 to Everton. West Ham 3, Burnley 2. Burnley opened the scoring through... Who did they score first through? Zian Fleming, wasn't it? And then Cullen scored second goal. But West Ham fought back through Wilson, Walker-Peters and Thomas Soucek. Assist for Paquetá, Soucek and someone else. Soucek had a very good game. 12-pointer for Thomas Soucek. He scored 2 and 2. Well, he's put up some decent XGI in the last 2 games. Actually, overall this season, he's not been too bad as Thomas Soucek. I'm not going to pick him ahead of the games that he's got. But 0.49 expected returns per 90 is not too bad. Averaging 9.6 Defcon per game as well. Not too bad at all for Thomas Soucek. Bear with. Just going to blow my nose again. I'll sort this out eventually. There we are. So yeah, up the tune. Yeah, good result, I guess. Oh, God's sake. Oh, I'm going to sneeze again. There we go. Right, hopefully that's the end of that. Blimey, I'm struggling today. Then we obviously had Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2. Arsenal triple defence owners in the mud. I had a friend from my swimming club, Dave, who was looking at transfers to make this week, and he brought in Timber and Raya this week to have triple Arsenal defence. Sorry, Dave. Goals from Dan Ballard, who was an absolute beast in that game. Big Dan Ballard. I wouldn't be surprised, if Dan Ballard was on Arteta's shortlist of players to buy. But yeah, Big Dan Ballard had a good game. Goal and assist for him. Brian Bobby with the equaliser. He is a really good player, is Brian Bobby. It's just the same. His minutes so far for Sunderland have been limited as they are. Goals from Arsenal. A decent finish by Saka, and then a really nice one by Trossard. Assist went to Marino and Zubamendi. Marino started the game up front. He was a bit of a one-week punt for some managers. Had 0.52 XG and obviously the one assist, so he was not too bad. Yellow cards, well, a few yellows, but nothing really to talk about too much. Roof's got 5 saves, so he only came away with a 2-pointer though because they conceded 2 goals. Bonus went to Saka, so Saka got full bonus and DEFCON, ending up on a 12-pointer, so that's pretty good for him. You can check my subscriber count, can't you, mate? We should be on. Well, I'll check. We are on 19,101, so not too bad at all. I'm really sorry about this, guys. I keep dipping off screen to blow my nose. I'm a nightmare at the moment. We had Chelsea 3, Wolves 0. 3 goals for Chelsea scored by Gusto, Pedro Neto and João Pedro. So I'm guessing João Pedro owners have been rewarded with their patience in the last couple of games. I sold him for Mateta and he scored 2 and 2. So hopefully that scoring run doesn't continue. I still think the decision to move it off him for Mateta was the right one. Even though he's nabbed 2 goals in the last 2. Pedro Neto and Gusto scored as well. Garnacho with 2 assists. He had a good game, did Garnacho, but it's just the old sort of saying I'd say about the Chelsea attackers that you just don't know who's going to play. So yeah, I wouldn't go near him. A yellow card for Caicedo. He didn't do anything for once. 2-pointer for him, so he didn't get DEFCON. How did he do for DEFCON? Only 9 in that game. But yeah, he's a beast, isn't he? Caicedo for DEFCON. Enzo Fernandez continuing to be disappointing in my team. They do play Burnley up next to Chelsea is the only thing. So yeah, whether you want to stick by Enzo Fernandez for that game, I probably will. And then I'll be looking for actually I don't need to because I'm almost certain that I'm going to free hit next week. So I don't really need to worry about Enzo Fernandez. And there could also be a hint of Cole Palmer coming back potentially as well. I think. What do we think on Cole Palmer's return date? Could he be back for game week 12? We'll see. I doubt he'll play the full 90 though, but it could be an interesting one to go for him on the free hit. So yeah, that's the games. Only 5 yesterday. We've got 5 more today, which is quite nice. It's nice to have It's nice to have 5 games. Sorry, I was just reading the chat then and catching up with the chat. Nice to have 5 games on a Sunday. Good to see Tom, mate. My mate FPL Tom had a fantastic game week with Michael Keane in his team. Absolutely smashed it. While we've got Tom in, I just wanted to talk about the FPL Cartel quickly. Myself and FPL Tom have started officially an FPL Cartel. What do you get with the FPL Cartel? Well, it is an exclusive members-only group. We will do you a weekly podcast with the two of us, a private Discord where you get, well, we're in it, so you get constant community chat, team advice on a private Discord with both me and Tom, and members-only mini-league with some prizes. We're going to cook up some merch over the international break and get you some prizes. Yeah, very excited to have launched the cartel with my good mate FPL Tom. He may still be in the chat. If you use the link at the top of the description below, you can join the cartel, and it's free for the first month. So if you like the sound of that, check out the link top of the description, sign up for the cartel, totally free for your first month. Now, I'm going to blow my nose again because I'm having a nightmare this stream. But in addition to that, does anyone want to do a quiz? That is my question. Anyone want to do a quiz? Everyone's waiting for the quiz. Love to hear it. Right. First quiz question then. Who are the top scoring players so far in Game Week 11? And I'll be back in a sec. Right, we're back. The top scoring players in Game Week 11. I see we've got some guesses in the chat. It is Malo Gusto and Michael Keane, both scoring 15 points. I'm really sorry about keeping dipping in and out. I can't help it, guys. Sorry about this. Next question. Who is that? Who is that on your screen? I think it must be. I think it must be allergies. I'm really sorry. Sorry to keep dipping out. The answer, a few people got it. It is, he's a big man, and he Big Dan Ballard. So well done, everyone that said Ballard. It's a good old guess, that one. Next question. So I'm going to have to consult the FPL website for this one myself. Who was ahead of Game Week 11? Who was the most transferred in player? The most transferred in player ahead of Game Week 11. Are there any guesses? We're all good, Harry's Army. We haven't got that much longer left anyway. The answer, if we get the screen up, is Mateta. He was the most transferred in player ahead of Game Week 11. So well done, everyone that said Mateta. Let's just make sure I don't. There we go. Next question. Who is that? Any guesses? John Terry. One day, John Terry will be an answer to one of these questions, ladies and gentlemen. One day, John Terry, he'll be there. Just not yet. The answer is Idrissa Gana Gay. So anyone that was in the stream early would have seen it was Idrissa Gay. So well done everyone that said Idrissa Gay. Next question. Here we go. So here's a good test. I've had my team up on multiple occasions during this stream, but let's see if anyone was paying attention. How many points have I scored this game week so far? I am on 25 points. So well done everyone that said 25 points. Right, I'm going to stay live for a little bit of chit chat, and then I'm going to go and try and sort out whatever is causing me to sneeze, which I think is probably dust. But I've tried to get rid of everything. I've tried to get rid of all the dust. So we'll try and see if there's a source that's hidden from me. Don't know, but definitely more than my 11 points. So we've not done too badly. Not done too badly. 229k overall is not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Harry's army. We'll give it a good old clean. Do you think it's valid? Yeah, I think Saka's going to play good minutes, mate. Definitely. Going to triple captain Dan Ballard. Mate, if you triple captain Dan Ballard, fair enough. I'm not sure what to think myself. Right, I'm gonna nip off and try and sort out my desk because I can't be going live and doing YouTube every time and sneezing, can I? That's not good. So we're gonna try and sort that out. Yeah, cheers everyone for watching. I'm gonna go now and try and sort that out. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you tonight with a free hit draft video. Cheers.